Welcome back to Blue Ring Rumble number 7. Today we've got 4 teams and we'll be heading into double elim here tonight. I'm joined by DJ Boomer, as they're more widely known as at this point, I would argue. Our first teams will be I think we've got tonight, sorry, a little scuff here on our end. Tonight we've got Never Back Down, Never Give Up, and I believe they're versing Allegro Fan Club, if I recall correctly. Let me just bring this up. Are they? Oh, no, I've made a mistake. It is Never Back Down, Never Give Up versus Popo.
I haven't put the team names in.
Yee.
That is on me. I just like the stream died and I was like, oh, okay, that's the first priority, and then teams come next. So give me a second. Yes, we're living up to how I am the boomer. I know, I am sorry. I need a.
This feels like real boomer energy right here, right now.
Yeah, I'll let you. We can get started. How about that?
Let's go into our first mode, Rainmaker on Undertow. I do like this map a lot. It's a good map. It's a fun time. Of course, we're going to get some sniper action happening from P-Leader here. Comps look really fun. I like these. I think, Bucket's always good to have on these maps. I think the advantage here might be towards yellow team, Never Back Down, just because I think they have a little bit more resistance. But in saying that, one player's already gone down, the shot's gone down. We are purple team did get pop here, and yellow team is already 3 down. Just this gal trying to look like if they can stall that Rainmaker, wait for their team to come back up here, grabbing that tactical, kind of holding out here. Rizzy's doing a really good job here. DJ Jam, I think, is still trying to fix names here, so it's just
I think we're fine. I think we're in. Except for the name.
Yeah, so Purple Team Popo. I do know the player, a great player. I don't know any of the other players. I don't know if that's just their name changes or what's going on there. A couple of players from Never Back Down, Never What. They were playing last week. They gave us a fun little set. So we see Rizzu here kind of trying to create a path here for Rainmaker, successfully pulling off the checkpoint there. Popo's got to kind of come back and re-establish that. With the pop and the kill on Volty, they're already popping Infect, trying to just get this easy dubs here. No one's painted the podium, but Asan has got... Oh, no, almost a straight knockout. This is going to be hard for Popo to come back to, right? Yeah. I mean, they've got a knockout to win here.
That's the only way to do it, and a knockout isn't exactly easy when the Rainmaker is at the completely opposite side of the map. But, 2 players going down on both sides. Popo remaining 2 of their specials here, as the Splatter Scope's the only one left alive. Might give them an opportunity to do so if Jamri's Trizukas can find any picks. Not looking it's going to be able to do something there, but now, Popo, they have turf, they have that crab there, they have the tactical, they have all the tools at their disposal, but can they make the most of it?
I just want to know with that Zuka there, it doesn't always have to find a hit, because what it forced Never Back Down kind of got stuck in their base waiting for their Zuka to finish, which allowed Popo to kind of get around that corner a little bit more swiftly there. And, they're still trying for that push, but for 2 players down, they can't quite find the check there that they need to keep that push going. Yeah. And
they're just going, and they just need to keep up something. Oh, a nice fizzy bomb splat onto Volty there. Asan getting that, and now popping out another tactical. We love the tactical meta that's coming right at the moment. A lot of hectic chaos happening all over in that trench over there, but Volty remains supreme.
That pit is definitely a little dangerous little area there for sure. Oh no, P-Leader was kind of backed into a corner there. Never Back Down does have kind of a good grasp on the map here, but Popo's kind of sweeping that up as they come back into mid. And I think really what Popo need to do is that these he's looking for the shot, but he just can't find it. The Trizukas, they need to be using these specials to kind of push that Rainmaker up and take up space. all of yellow teams on the other side, it's kind of free for Popo right now, and they managed to get the check finally.
Yeah, they managed to clear through it and get that. But Asan coming up on the flank. Are they going to get any picks? No, Work spots them and takes them out. Giving a nice, safe super jump from behind them to allow more people to jump on in. But P-Leader gets the pick, but they get taken on out now. A holding the Rainmaker is the only one left alive. Let's see how long they can keep that up.
They managed to get a pick.
They get a pick, but Proto takes them back.
Yeah, it's looking very comfortable for Never Back Down, Never What here. All they have to really do is defend for another minute. Just find the players, make sure they don't do a little sneaky around the back action, and they'll have a win for themselves here. Whereas Popo, they've got to put in so much work for the next 45 seconds to be able to get in here.
And
I'm not banking on Popo.
Is not exactly the start they wanted to see here.
No, definitely not. It is, you know, Never Back Down's just gotta defend. That's all they gotta do. Find things. Popo really needs to, you know, get this. They've got 3 specials online. There's 20 seconds left. They need to start kind of getting all their players in. They've got 2 picks now. The Rainmaker's reset. They now have to re-pop Rainmaker. They've popped the Tacticaler. Heavy's going to be able to pick it up. They just need to clear the way.
The Shark Arisu. Can they get them in time? Then from behind,
No!
they take him out. And that will be game 1. Going to Never Back Down, Never What.
You always got to check those little sneaky corners of yellow paint. You never know what's lurking in the shadows.
There's just some sneaky little sharks hiding on every single little corner on this map. And, man, Arisu had that ready.
They sure did. And we're going to be moving on to Zones Marlin Airport. A little comfy Zones map. I played 1 game of Zones Marlin.
I want to say something a little bit interesting. So when my team runs this comp, this map, we have a very, I'd say, meta yet off meta at the same time.
Yeah, shoot, let's hear.
Triple shot.
What? So does anyone have a trash can for this guy and their team? Question mark. I think I'm voting instantly to kick them off the island. Just because it works doesn't mean you should play it. That's toxic. Your Trizuka nullified with my bubble, just saying.
But
you just need to versus a team that plays junior.
Not if I have 3 of them, though.
Oh my god, do you pop them all at the same time?
Sometimes.
Please tell me you do chain them.
Depends how good, how
oh god, this is throwing me back into
voice chat.
Inkblot Tower, Missile Meta, double K shot.
Oh, we miss that, don't we? We really do.
What would happen if 3 juniors and 3 shots walked into a bar?
If 3 what and 3 Zukas?
3 juniors and 3 bubbles and 3 Zukas walked into a bar. Would defense or offense win?
I think it'd just be neutral. There's no rock paper scissors as a part of this.
Bubble can withstand 2 Zuka shots. You've only got 6 Zuka shots. Wait, we've got that. The math doesn't math.
It doesn't. But
I think you can withstand 3 shots.
We'll see what these teams bring out. Maybe they might not to go with my delicious comp that they might do. No, but they do bring in
only
a
2
Zuka
shots
on both sides.
Yeah, so you can't really run away from a Zones game without a Zuka. You can't run away from any Splatoon game without a Zuka in this day and age right now. But we do see the classic leader coming out from P-Leader, as they're so dubbed. Already Volty going down on the left-hand side there. Probably from Sneaky Bond from Never Back Down. But this pencil will be able to provide lots of paint coverage and be a great anchor for their teammates to jump into.
Yeah, Pencil's such a great spot in the meta right now. Has so much control, especially when it comes to Zones being able to paint so quickly and get the tacticals so quickly. But they narrowly avoid that Trizuka. They're managing to stay alive. Volty gets caught on the little bit of a ledge there. And Asan falls right on into there. I wouldn't call it a trap, but close enough.
Nah, Volty used that little ledge to their advantage. You know, that bucket thought they were getting an easy pick, and it proves difficult for them. I love that they're making use of this little gray area on the top, but that bucket was not letting them have it for too long. They were camping up there a little bit too hard.
Absolutely, and now all they have to do is just watch no one comes down the path. Hassan has that drop in their control, and with no one being able to even touch the zone, never back down, never what? Take home round 1 in a 2-0 sweep.
Yep. And Popo is getting sent down the line tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll see. We might see them return. Who knows? But great hold from Never Back Down, Never What. It feels like last week they unfortunately, I think they end up dropping the comp because they had some DCs happen and yada yada, something, Splatoon, disconnect. So it's great to see that they're coming back this week, you know, storming the lines.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're going to have to see what maybe they bring in later, as this is it's a double elimination, so we'll see them again. In fact, we might see them next round. Might not be very long. You might have to wait. I don't know. I haven't actually had a look at the bracket. I've only been told what's been told to me, because that's what
we are but the puppet
works. I am the puppet. I am the boomer. You are the junior, and we'll be back in just a second once we get that set up. Don't go anywhere. welcome on back, everyone, to Blue Ring Rumble. I am
Whoop, whoop.
G-Jam, and I'm joined with Amy. It's time for round number 2.
Round 2. Whoop whoop. Are we excited for round 2?
I'm not excited for tower controlling Blood Academy.
I'm excited! Bark, 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 bark. I love Inkbot Tower. It's so good.
It's not. It's so overused.
I will die on this hill. It's great. It's overused. Therefore, it's not good. I use my toothbrush every day. Does that mean it's not good? Question mark?
Yeah, if you don't change it. If you don't change your toothbrush, then yes, it is actually bad. That is actually a health hazard.
All right, I used
My
a bad example.
My
okay,
statement stands.
I would like to thoroughly disagree. Inkbot Tower is a great map. It's got clear pushing.
On the toothbrush part.
I stand by my gross toothbrush.
I haven't changed my toothbrush.
Inkbot Tower is a great. It's completely different.
I've just broken you. I have cracked the code on how to break you.
Well, my back was already broken, so it's okay. Inkblot Tower, back to the game. Inkblot Tower, great map, love it. Clear pushing points. I think P-Leader, aka Never Back Down, will have a good time with this map. It'll be interesting to see what 9 AM Gaming, I think they're called, will pull out here. I feel like I know Echo Afro. I know of a Tiger. Don't know if it's the same Tiger. I know, very common name. Bubble on Tower or Zuka on Tower is the real question now. Ooh, Bubble. I think Bubble Tower is great.
Well, we'll have to see.
It's just an easy thing to do.
What they pop out here on this incredibly overused map mode combination. Let's go into game 1 of the winners semi-final.
No bubbles! That's crazy. Actually, no, I lied. Tiger. Bubble. Smile. No, I like both comps. I question the double Kraken use here. It's interesting, but I mean, it gives the leader a chance to kind of move forward and be a little bit more aggressive if they're on tower and things go south for their teammates. They can, you know, pop the Kraken and be fine. 9 AM Gaming having a clear victory over the mid battle right now with the Zukas coming out. Never back down, aren't backing down here and forcing Afro to move back onto their plate, onto their plat on a safety kind of decision here. They've got some specials coming out though, so that might shift a few things here.
It might shift, but is it going to be enough? You see that, yeah, that Kraken coming on out, but Tiger gets the splat onto Proto, and that's going to really allow 9 AM Gaming to reset the stage here, but the double splat coming out from P-Leader is going to send them straight on back into the Espresso.
Yep, and there is, as we can see on the screen here, a little shark on the right-hand side from, I'm not quite sure who it is, but they'll have to keep an eye for that and see when they're pushing. And it is it Polly or Dolly? They're coming through here and pulling out that Zook, kind of drawing that attention, allowing their teammates to kind of sweep up and pinch in the back there, even going down. But it is enough to get them back into mid and kind of halter that push from never back down, never what.
Yeah, Tiger now on the tower, trying to survive, trying to get the bubbler up in time, but it was not quick enough to outrun the Trizuka, the most deadly weapon feared in the Splatlands right now, as Proto tries to get that splat onto Afro, connects the shot, sends them on back, and now looking to push up a little bit forward. Those curling bongs are just normal size at the moment, so that's not going to do a whole lot of damage to them at the moment. Proto still trying to find something, but isn't really, just haven't got the range. Just trying to find a way and trying to break the base of 9 AM Gaming.
Yeah. Tiger does go down, which gives him a great opportunity, but Polly again going for some little flanky measures here and managing to take out Proto. They're doing Polly's doing a great job finding a way into mid and kind of just haltering Never Back Down's pushes every time. Afro finding the shots there and, you know, it's swinging back into 9 AM Gaming's map here. They're kind of just holding it out, but they haven't managed to push. They're still sitting at 95. They need to get something going. The time's wasting here.
Absolutely, and even still, 76, still not a tremendous lead. That is very easy for 9 AM Gaming to overtake. That's only just cleared through the first checkpoint. Keep that in mind. If you cleared that first checkpoint, but even 1 point, That will then be 9am Gaming's lead as the big bubbler gets popped onto the tower with the roller combo. No one's going to be able to approach that easily, but remember, if you pop the big bubbler on the tower, that countdown's going to go fast even quicker to expire.
Yeah, and we can see P-Leader narrowly missing Polly with that Kraken there, unable to find them. Polly, again, is just doing such a great job at just finding little angles to take, little sharky angles, like we saw in that first game from Rizu. And just, they're really sticking by the stack. Like, they're just not allowing Never Back Down to have a moment's chance to kind of breathe. They've always got to be watching out for where the shot could be. And we're going into a mad battle on that tower there with a couple of splats happening from either side. Ultimately, Never Back Down going up onto the plat, but denied by Tiger the Roller. Oh, this is close. I mean, 78, 76. It's really, we've only got a minute and a half left of the games here.
Yeah, it's real.
All we need is one good push from either side.
Yeah, one push will make or break this set, but who can connect the shot? The small bubbler getting stopped by the railing there, but can Afro maybe take that? No, the Kraken on the tower is going to set that right back into their favor, but with no one really around them, Afro gets a nice spot to chill on the tower, gets sniped, but another one follows them up and takes home the lead. But that lead isn't going to go very far, as now Never Back Down, Never What is looking to get their own push going, but they don't have a checkpoint to clear.
They don't have a checkpoint, and they just got a soft wipe as well there. And so, you know, 9am Gaming's going to be kind of looking, they don't have any specials up, they're all in bats, trying to find some position here. The tactical, it does come out, colliding with two players. They've only got 30 seconds left on the clock. They really need to find some picks here and be pushing this tower back into Never Back Down's area.
Yeah, heading into the final 20 seconds of this match. It is come do or die time for 9am Gaming. They've gone past 9 o'clock. It's now for them to try and reach peak hour traffic to get their tower all the way through. They just need to touch the second checkpoint for but two Krakens onto the tower. That's going to make that a no-man zone, and that will be the game.
I think Never Back Down, Never Give Up was planning that from the beginning.
Oh, absolutely they were.
Absolutely in sync. Oh my god. I think 9am just got the wake-up call that they need to, you know, they need to fuel up and get going on.
Hey Ma, wake up, a new Kraken meta just dropped.
Yeah, it's called A-Plot Double Kraken Tower.
Oh, that was not something I was expecting to see this early.
You don't expect the GG Krakens, you expect the GG Booyah, the GG Strikes.
Not the Kraken. The Kraken wasn't...
Never back... I mean, if you've got two of them, it's free money. Free real estate.
But even still, it's not an easy thing to maintain two of your specials to hold on into an overtime position, right? It's so easy just to get splattered and get taken on out when you have no... like, not much turf DNA. Like, when you're getting pushed in that type of position, keep in mind, you don't have control as much areas to paint and turf up your special. So, you know, being able to hold on to those two Krakens at the end really shows, like, how much... They definitely had a clear plan going into that, and that's why I really liked it. And you wouldn't really... Like, let's be realistic. It's quite a hard GG special boot to pull out at the end.
You wouldn't bank on your win being that GG special.
Yeah, don't expect that. Don't expect to see that tomorrow on the World Stage Finals.
Yeah, we won't be seeing a double Kraken in Hagglefish Tower. No, but it was good for them. They had it and they used it, and I think that's the, you know, you miss 99% of the shots you don't take, right? And they found that 1%, took it, and ran home with it.
Yeah, and now moving
They got to work on it.
It worked. And now we get to touch onto Rainmaker Museum del Alfonsino. Right now, as we go into game number 2 of the women's semi-finals.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Museum Rainmaker, but, you know, I love seeing a slush machine come out there, taking on some sneaky angles for Museum is a great underneath the plat. Just try and see if you can get some shots collide. For here, we'll see who will be going for pop. It looks like majority of 9 a.m. Gaming is running comeback, which is quite interesting. So I guess like the thought there is that they're kind of trying to be diving in a lot, you know, dying a lot, getting splattered, and just trying their best. Good thing to note on this map is actually Rainmaker pop here doesn't paint the ground, so it's not as important to be getting pop immediately, because it won't give you any ink turfage kind of advantage. It's kind of going for splats here, which you can see. Oh, unfortunately, Afro there getting 3-shotted in the back there, and 9 a.m. Gaming having that advantage with the Rainmaker getting first check there.
Yeah, we're really seeing how much Tiger loves to use that big bubbler there. Now P-Leader does pop out that ink back and getting that explosion, but not much value going to come out of that, unfortunately. But Echo picks up the Rainmaker, gets it a little bit further, but now, never back down, never what. They've only got the Splatterscope left alive. That's really going to allow 9 Gaming to keep on push, keep up the aggression, and get the points all the way to 10 remaining from the pedestal.
And they're not stopping. They're going. They're picking up that Rainmaker and getting as many points out of that push as they could, which is great for them coming back in. You know, they'll have a clear side of mid here. But never back down, never what, you know, cleaning up as they go. You know, I think Rizu may have pushed in a little bit too quickly. Rainmaker picked up, you know, the shot providing coverage with the Zookas. Getting that clear check was really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Great way of getting that, you know, using that comeback and getting all that aggression to push up through that first checkpoint. And now they want to get their Rainmaker all the way down to 7 points, maybe even further. But with Afro over there taking out one of the players, Proto then taking them back in revenge. Asan stuck in a little bit of a tough spot there on the edge, trying to dance between two players. But can they do anything with this try? Zuka, no. Echo avoids them, their life flashing right before their eyes as they look at maybe resetting their Rainmaker, trying to get it to a bit more of a neutral ground, get it away from their base.
I think it's in a pretty good space for them now. You know, they've popped Tactical here. They've got the area. It's reset naturally by themselves. They do lose a little bit of mid with that going down to the Zuka shot over the spinner. Crazy shot from Rizu there. Love to see it. And now it's a little dance between them and Afro. You can win this matchup here. But Never Back Down's now in a really good position. They don't have to fight through that check again. Kind of slowing them down for the next push. Rizu in a prime spot. Yeah. You know, able to help, you know, tag team with their teammates. They're just in a key position here. There's not much they can do unless the roller is coming to challenge them. Commentator's curse there. How
do you survive that? How do you survive a roller at point blank range? Rizu just dancing around their opponents on the upper echelons of the map here. But Tiger comes back for revenge, sending them on back. And now Asan, they still haven't been able to push for. 9 a.m. Gaming leading such a strong defense here, getting that trade off with Rizu, or sub-trade, I should say. But now, with only 3 seconds left, that Rainmaker is going to get destroyed, sent itself back to the middle of the map. And now, never back down, never what. They maybe want to look at trying to get some turf, trying to get their specials.
That shot. Yeah, the Zuka just managed to, you know, take out Rizu there, the machine, and I mean, I feel like we see this commonly on Museum Rainmaker. You kind of get a really early push, and you know, you're left there kind of defending 95% of the time. Is it worth re-pushing? We've got Zuka battles happening, Proto taking the win on that one.
Return to sender.
Your postage could not be completed. Please refill out the address. Anyway, Proto, they need to be moving up here. They need to find a push. They've got specials behind them. You know, Tiger with that bubble is great placement to try and, you know, force Proto back into mid. They just need to find the push. You know, they've got one player down there. You know, no cooler coming for 9 a.m. Gaming. They've got the Zuka shots out. Can they find a pick? There's no picks. Come on, never back down.
When you're on that ramp, it is sometimes so hard to just push past that little bit. Like, you just don't have that height advantage. You're just lacking just a few things. And now with only 20 seconds left on the clock, Afro desperately trying to spot the Rainmaker. They do connect the shots. But with 2 players down on 9 a.m. Gaming, never back down, never what. They still have opportunities to push on through. They still have the way that they can break through, but they need to do something. Something has to happen now. as they're starting to get pincered. Afro coming around on the back foot, but are they going to be able to connect the shot? The Inkvac socks them, but it's not going to be enough as they get sent on. The Rainmaker shut down, and 9am Gaming takes home game number 2.
Oh, yeah, 9am Gaming at the start just managed to have an insane push, and it just, you know, for never back down, at least if I was in their position, that really puts a lot of pressure on you. Much like we saw in the Undertow Gaming that they had, you know, you gotta get an astounding push. And I think what they were struggling with was just after they cleared that first check, they couldn't kind of find the connecting pieces to just break through. I mean, they had Rizu up on their top right bats, you know, throwing shots and kind of being a little bit of a distraction. But ultimately, they still, like 9am Gaming still had the top right area, and they could just rain down on anyone who tried to push through that way.
Yeah, like such a great commanding possession that 9am Gaming, had words, you know, commanding presence they had throughout that entire game. You know, getting that initial lead all the way down to 8 really just set the tone of pace for that entire game. So they unlike the last game on tower control, now they're sitting in a position that they were a bit more comfortable in, being in that defensive position that they could really utilize to their full extent. They're better at making, you know, those one shot go hard, go home pushes. Rather than necessarily holding onto the Rainmaker, holding onto the tower, holding onto whatever objective for a longer period of time. Just go hard, go home, get the 1v1s, deliver it.
Definitely. And next we're moving on to another one of my favorite maps, definitely not overused in the comp scene, Mako Mart Zones. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I love this map. It's such a good map. I'll be keen to see if 9am Gaming will be able to oh, we've had a DC. Oh
no! We have. That is definitely not the start that we want to get.
Roll it back.
Roll it back. Get it out. Get us out of here. That's what certainly we
restart. Can do. No, but I'll be definitely keen to see what 9am Gaming, you know, does here. If they push forward, are they going to be, you know, going for that kind of spawn campy style that you can do on this map quite effectively if you're taking up key positions such as their stack. You know, you pop up onto their plat from the box on the left side. Interested to see if they're running the Slosher again. I didn't quite look at it. I think I did see a Blaster, which is interesting. You know, sloshing machine, very good on this map because you can just sit underneath their plat, arc shots, get a pick or two, especially if they're running a sniper. Love to see it. But yeah, overall, interesting, excited. I love Mako Zones. What can I say? Do you like Mako Zones?
Look, I'm one of the one of my mains that my team never likes to give me is Tri-Slosher, and this is honestly one of the best map modes you can do with it. Like being able to, there are a lot of small areas that you can utilize it, a lot of ledges, a lot of areas, and you know, it's such a great map just to really utilize every aspect of this. And Nasan, showing my representation there. Can the other side see it? No. Nah. I'm sad.
That's okay. I am surprised that they are. Rizu switching to the Blaster here. A kind of interesting pick. I do like the bubble pick. You know, you can set up a bubble on their stack quite comfortably here. You know, never back down, instantly capping the zone there. 9am Gaming was a little bit slow. I think their Zap was charging up a cooler for their team. And we see that pop just then. Afro running like the wind into their base to only turn back and Zuka them. That's crazy.
That's such an interesting play.
I'm in shock. I'm in awe. The emotions I'm having right now, I do not know.
You do not have the words.
I'm speechless. Unfortunately, Rizu unable to find the shots connecting there. I think Blast is just such an interesting pick for this map because you really need the you need your team to compensate the paint for you. I think with that, there's only 2 players alive right now, and it's the Blaster.
I think
and they managed to find the kill.
I think where Blaster really shines on this map is the fact that all the ledges are kind of centered around its range. Like they're compared to like a lot of the other Blasters, All you see the ledges, they're just in the position where you know, get that jump, get that explosion, or even just be under it and still have that explosion, and it's a good radius. Like, it's just a good overall, it's really an explosion radius. It just works on this map.
Yeah, it does. You're able to kind of jump up and hit shots onto their stack quite comfortably here. Never Back Down's doing a really great job on here holding the zone. They got pushed back off a little bit. They were trying to move up, take their stack, but you know, the bubbler coming out from the roller kind of impeded that push a little bit more. But they're still holding onto the zone, ticking down that timer, passing into the lead there. It'll be really up to 9am Gaming to find some shots and take the zone, which would, in an instant, it switched back over, and 9am Gaming is already on the move back into their base. Tiger taking up, getting a bubble. This will be great for the offensive here. Unfortunately, with bubbles, you do get the end lag, which against blasters is an absolute nightmare sometimes.
The one shot cannot be beaten when you are just a sitting duck. Risa now just looking, but there's got two players coming at them. Can they survive it? One of them, thanks to their teammates, goes down, but they get the direct onto Afro.
Yes.
And that is really going to give them now the opportunity to set that zone into neutral and go even further into their favor, giving a 45-point penalty over to 9am Gaming. Prolly just dancing around, but now they're going against the blaster. Can they make it out? Can they connect the splats? And can they make something happen? They do have the Tri-Sugar ready, looking at trying to send P-Leader away. Or maybe do something to Risu. They know they're there, but nothing's going to really happen to it. They're in a bit of an awkward position at the moment.
Yeah, and Tiger as well going down to that straight E-Leader shot that I don't think was meant for them, but unfortunately caught them. A couple of picks here. I think what's happening here is that 9am Gaming is getting a little bit panicked. They need to find the shots here. Tiger jumps in. They've got two on the thing, but they need to be painting the zone before.
That was so
That
close.
shot did a great job distracting those two players, because that meant that they could not paint that zone and recap it for themselves. And that one goes to Never Back Down, Never Give Up.
Indeed.
It was a great match.
Yeah, great match, but, you know, kind of again seeing what I was talking about at the end of that last game, right? Where 9am Gaming, yeah, they're really good at doing those one-shot pushes, and, you know, splat zones, you have to hold it. You have a timer. You don't have control over how long it ticks, and that's why now going over
it ticks on its own clock.
I know, it's not even by a second. It's like slightly shorter than a second. It's like 0.8 seconds, and it's like, I can't count. That's not a second. But going over to Clan Blitz, especially Crab Leg.
Do you need a clock?
I have like 5 around me. I think I am fine. That is not an excuse to call me a boomer. There are no analog clocks here. Get away. But going over to Clams, where again you have control over the objective. You have control over everything, and you're not necessarily focused on a singular central point. I really think 9am Gaming could take this and move this over to Game 5.
Yeah, I definitely think so. This is definitely more in the, you know, ball of court of ball, whatever the saying is.
Control?
It'll be able to, no, like, you know, the ball's in their court.
I think that's the saying right there. I think you just said it.
Yeah. They'll be able to decide a little bit more of the pace of the game, so definitely more in their advantage instead of, you know, having to struggle over this one particular area in the map. You know, Clan Splits is just turf war, but with an objective. So as long as you have paint, as long as you can, you know, recipe to success, find a pick, get specials, start the push, use your special to extend this push, you're good as gold. Yeah. I think 9am Gaming's got it. They can do it. I believe in them.
You believe in them, but we'll have to see what the belief actually leads into. We are no charity. We are no religion. We play games and we tell you what happens. Welcome to the game number 4.
Welcome to commentating. Yay! We've seen a switch to Afro on the Nouveau machine. I like to see. Rizu, they're Kraken Cheeks? Question mark. We've already got a player down on 9am Gaming. It will be interesting to see they're getting out their tactical. It seems 9am Gaming is very focused on this tactical in their first 30 seconds, but P-Leader getting a double shot onto 9am Gaming. I might have been eating my words. It looks like never back down, never give up is having control over this map. That E-Leader is set up in such a good position. Rizu is just waiting for some teammates, maybe a special to push through, maybe a crack and cheese coming from the yep, I think we're getting a Kraken cheese as I speak.
Here comes the Kraken, and here come the jumps. In comes one. Can another make itself in? Lands, but it's just shy of the basket, and that will also be a wipeout against Never Back Down, Never What, and 9am Gaming. They have an opportunity. They have 9, 10 clams in their disposal. That's not going to be enough, though, if they want to get a good push going.
Yeah, the thing with Kraken cheeses is that, yes, it gets you the score, but it doesn't give you that much, freedom. They're just going to be chucking bombs at your feet. So to be able to sustain a push isn't that viable. We've got 2 bulls on 9am Gaming, but Never Back Down, Never Give Up is swiftly taking back mid at this point, pushing 9am Gaming back into their base. It'll be kind of interesting to see. I think 9am Gaming missed the opportunity because they didn't kind of have any specials lined up. They didn't have their clams together, and it's just swinging back into Never Back Down, Never Give Up. We might be seeing another Kraken cheese momentarily.
Maybe they're starting to build up, but can something happen to Echo, though? They come in, that's a wipeout with a power clam to break it. That's... Oh!
And they've got the Zuka to follow up with the shots, and they're taking out the E-Leader. Can they find a third? They've provided so much coverage here. They need to keep putting clams in. They've got a power clam in the back there from the pity. It looks like they might be jumping in. Did they get it in?
They did. They just connected the shot. I think they're on the right side of the ink wall to be able to land that, and that gets them all the way down to 30 points remaining. Which is, that's what 9am Gaming likes to do. When they like to do a push, they like to make it strong. And with 2 splats coming out with Afro's try Zuka, that's going to maybe allow them to get another strong push coming on through.
I love to see this kind of chaining of the Zukas here. You follow them up, you put so much pressure on the other team, and you get yourself together, and you find your spot in. Afro looks here to be doing a little sneaky behind them, trying to get this E-Leader who's kind of come back to retreat, but Proto was there to save them, and they're going in for the Kraken cheese for a second time. And this is the Kraken cheese we like to see. They've had the 3 players went down for 9am Gaming there. They've only 1 left to defense. They haven't got enough clams to keep the push going, but they've got the lead. Oh, this is so exciting.
It's exactly what they wanted to see. And now, 9am Gaming, they've got to get another big push going. But can they do it? Can they deliver? Can these Zuka shots hit? And the answer to one of those questions is no, as they look at getting this going even further. Maybe they want a game number 5. They want a chance at going straight on into the winners finals, but they're going to have to do something, and getting 3 players down against Never Back Down, Never What is certainly going to help that, as 2 power clams are in the possession. 2 go in. The lead gets switched. 4 clams away from the KO, but no one has any clams. The zap, they have enough clams, but can they get it? They're coming up. They are not able, as they got stopped.
Afro might be able to die.
Polly, and
yes,
that's the KO.
Game 5.
Wait, was that a KO or was that just a 99 on the... No, that was
a KO. They absolutely KO'd. What we saw there, if anyone missed it, was Tiger was able to kind of dance around the bucket, and they had a couple clams on them, extending the life of the clam basket a little bit longer. We did see the zap go down, but I think it was Afro on the machine was able to pick up those dropped clams and chuck them in. That was just... whew, whew. And we're going on to game 5. Hagglefish Tower. I love it.
I love it too. Although,
Hagglefish
if I'm 9am
Tower is a little
gaming,
bit...
if I'm 9am gaming right now, I would be almost feeling worried. Like, you see game number 1, Never Back Down, Never What. They took the tower control. They've taken the splat zones again. They've been able to control any of these more passive anarchy modes, and but the thing that this map particularly has is that it really allows your team to push up quite far ahead of the tower, and maybe 9am Gaming will be able to capitalize on that.
I think also with Hagglefish Tower is that it really speeds up as soon as you're clearing that second check. Like second, third, and final check are just in such a small distance. And if you have the specials to be able to kind of plow through there, get up onto the plat, don't give them space, it's pretty much a free run. You see it in opens all the time. You're just able to squish and condense that last few checks into such a short game. It's just up to those players to get there. Also, shout out to Squid School. Thank you for the raid. Ayo.
Welcome on in, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to
Blue Ring Rumble.
I blank. I am apologetic for that one.
Alright, I got you. That's why we have two comms.
Absolutely.
You got Boomer and Junior here.
Let's do it. It's game number 5 of the winners semi-final. 9 AM Gaming has never backed down. Never what?
And we're seeing some similar comps come out. Polly and Afro running the double Zuka together. We're not getting double Kraken this time from Never Back Down, Never Give Up. It looks like they've gone for a different direction this time, which, like we said, we weren't going to see that double Kraken tower gaming again, but already 2 players down from each side. 1 player down from each side here, and Proto and Afro kind of fighting for that tower together.
Fighting desperately to maintain control with 2 players going down on Never Back Down, Never What. That's really going to allow 9 Gaming to push on hard. And you've seen that from Polly getting that super jump landing, although someone else took that spot away from them. Looking to get that Trizuka as well to get even more picks. But Tiger goes down just shy of that tower. Can they clear through the checkpoint? Not with Hassan on that Tri-Slasher guarding it.
No, they had the height advantage there, and now Never Back Down, Never Give Up, tactical it in. They're able to kind of take a little bit more aggressive positions here. They're going to be able to keep jumping to that tower. Tiger going in, trying to find some splats here on the left side. What's interesting at the moment is that the person on tower is quite alone, which means, you know, they're there to defend it. With the whale, though, does give them some advantage, and they're probably going to be able to clear this check quite easily. But 2 players down on 9 AM Gaming now. I reckon this is looking towards Never Back Down, Never Give Up. But the Trizuka coming out as well. Oh, it's just so much.
Can Afro get it? Yes, they can. They get the splat onto Risu. But they're one of the only 2 players left alive on their team. And a Trizuka to the face is going to give them that damage. And then the Tri-Slusher final shot will finish them off. Tiger guarding. Can they do anything here? They get the splat onto Risu.
They're finding the
They
splat.
get the splat onto B-Leader. Can they get a third?
Oh. They almost did. There was one shot there. They're looking for it. They're chasing it. They're gonna get the free jump in. I think that's what you see a lot of teams mistakenly do, is just they keep jumping in, and they don't kind of see who might be engaged in a battle at the time. Because Tiger was just able to get that free jump in kill there.
Yeah, it's not the Splatfest yet where that is probably the best objective. But now they're looking at maybe to try and probably going around the corner, looking for the flank. Nothing able to connect to that. They want to take out the beacon, but, you know, they're getting all these shots, but just not doing enough to finish anything off.
Yeah, they had like several shots and lots of different positions there. That bubble providing Tiger some coverage there. Tiger sees Rizu and is going for it with Echo there, but they might both go down here, unfortunately. You know, Never Back Down's in a great position. They've got 2 minutes left in the game. Oh, Afro. It's a lot of back and forth happening at the moment. They're kind of just, it feels a little bit messy in their pushes. Like, I'm not seeing any real clear dedication, if that makes sense. It feels like, you know, they're chasing each other back and forth like a dog chasing its tail, you know?
Like, that's coupled up with the amount of sharking that I'm seeing within this game. Like, it's constantly, like, people just watching on every single quarter, trying to catch their opponents unawares, but, you know, you really need to get that objective going. You need to get that coordination going, and P-Leader pops open the Kraken on the tower. They're going to go and clear through checkpoint 2. They've only got 1 more checkpoint needed to clear before they get the KO, and Proto is going to pop open that Trizuka. Not going to find any splats of that, however, but 9 AM Gaming, they've regained control of the stairs. They're looking at maybe to push away Proto and push them away so far that they go back to the spawn pad.
Yeah, and now they're all cooled up. Rafro needs to give Echo a hand here. They managed to get the kill together. And now it needs to be looking for them to push. They've got quite a distance to push here. They need to clear a couple of checks. You know, Echo's doing a great job on tower. They're all... Couple, you know, one or
Couple.
two.
No, I'd say that
beacons
all of
are
them.
No, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3.
Three.
A
That's
couple.
all of them.
There's a check at the start. There's 4 checks in this map.
I'll leave that up for debate later.
90.
What I can say is that the 30 seconds left on the match, this is 9am Gaming's final opportunity to make themselves into the winners finals. Afro here, looking at maybe getting that spot onto the tri-slosher. Yes, they can. Asan goes down. Can they get another? No, that's going to be a semi-trade with Risu there. And Polly pops
tower's
out
also going back as well.
Strike. And 9am Gaming, they hold the tower, but can they deliver it all the way down to 20?
I'm feeling it's gonna look really tough for 9am Gaming here. We've got that Kraken back in that fell in the water, but that doesn't matter because they did the job they needed to, which was secure that tower. They're pulling out these GG Krakens like no tomorrow. Yeah, 9am Gaming. I think. They were trying so hard to be able to just bully up on their plat, but they just couldn't find that succinct like destination they were looking for there. And yeah, I guess we'll be seeing them back in double Elin. They still have a chance to be reversing Never Back Down, Never Give Up. Hopefully some more maps in their favor. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Never Back Down, Never Give Up will be moving on to the grand finals here.
A great spot for them to not the grand finals yet. They've still got to get into the winners finals. One step at a time, Amy.
I'm sorry. I'm the youngin here. I just want to, I have no patience. I'm not like the boomer sitting next to me.
Right, yeah. Okay. I see. Well, we'll be back in a second. Don't go anywhere. everyone, and welcome on back to Blue Ring Rumble number 7. I am DJam, and I'm joined with Amy, and it's time for the losers finals.
Who will be making their way back into grand finals? We'll see. We've got Popo versus the team we just saw called 9 AM Gaming.
Took you a second.
I'm excited to see. Yeah, it took me. I was like, oh, what was the team called? I plopped it out of my head there. Listen, it might be 9 AM for them, but it is 7 PM and it's been a long day watching grand finals. So, World Championships. Well, we're moving back into tower control Hagglefish. We've just seen this map. We've just seen how 9 AM Gaming play on it. Let's see how Popo does against them. Will 9 AM Gaming find the, find the pushes they were looking for last time?
Yeah, they know what they could have done to improve, and going straight back to back. It's almost like a replay, but instead of a going direct replay, you're seeing a different team, which is an interesting way of taking it. As we're seeing the Tetras come out from work, definitely a bit of an interesting play as they come straight up to Afro, bringing that pressure that the Tetras provide, but they opt to jump on back, knowing that they weren't in a great position, didn't exactly have the high ground there, and want to get that tactical buff as well.
Yeah. You know what's interesting that I just saw from 9 AM Gaming is that Echo, their Zap player, takes their time at the start of the game to paint up for a cooler, but the rest of their teammates don't actually wait for that cooler. They're already diving in, and I wonder if that kind of impedes their pushes as much, because as we can see here, Popo have managed to find a push going ahead here, getting rid of Tiger, painting up for some specials here from A. They're looking for that cooler to keep the push going, and the Crab is in a great spot defending that top right area against Afro, but we're seeing the Zooks fly, and this is what I love to see, that continuation of specials going through each checkpoint to try and keep that push going.
Yeah, just keeping up all the aggression, keeping up the momentum as Jeremy gets that splat onto Echo, but Afro connects their shots to take them on out as Popo looks at clearing through that second checkpoint and pops their Crab on in the back to make sure that they can keep that aggression going. They can keep the pressure. They will deliver as another tactical pops open. A gets taken out. However, the tactical, they're going to get that instant respawn. But 2 players down against 9 again. Make that 3. Popo now sitting in a very clear position to wipe out.
And the wipe!
That's certainly going to give them a very nice slide on into the first game into their possession.
Yeah, I think 9 AM, Gaming will be kind of looking back at. I think these are good games for them to look back and try and, identify areas they could do better. Don't know if they're a pickup or not, but, even for individual bases, I think there's a lot of things they could, tweak and improve on. Like with everyone when you play games, you should always look back and reflect and see what you can do better, win or loss.
I always like to say, if you're doing a scrim, it's never if you win every single game in your scrim, that's not a good scrim because you're not knowing where to improve on. And I guess the same applies to tournaments. Obviously, you want to win a tournament. You want to put the gold title into your Twitter bio. I get that. But let's be honest. There's a reason you're not in Japan right now at the World Championships. There's always room for you to improve, and using every advantage and every opportunity you can to learn and improve is always a great way of doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be really interesting to see, like even from my own reflection, just if you're winning games, there's still definitely things you can improve on, like maybe, decisions you made that weren't so good or anything like that. But nonetheless, we'll stop lecturing you. I'm not the boomer here. We'll be moving on to Remake Your Hagglefish. I'm just saying any point that I can find to make a boomer joke at DJam, I will. Rainmaker Hagglefish.
Expect a storm coming your way.
Oh yeah? A storm with snowflakes? Do storms have snowflakes? No, they have hail.
You're really showing your junior powers.
Oh gosh. I've just never been in a storm, evidently.
Exactly. What you certainly have been, though, is in a game of Rainmaker on Crab Leg Capital. Match point for Popo for them to make it on into the grand finals. What are they going to bring out today?
Let's see. I don't like Crab like Rainmaker. I love similar comps from either side. The L3 coming from Volty. Interesting pick there, in my opinion. But you know, we love to see unusual weapons. Polly already picking up, and Tiger's already painted that check for them. They've got an easy line of the first check there, with 2 players going down, and the Crab defending for against that pop, which they managed to do and scare off the other 2 players back and towards their base there.
Yeah, really seeing how much 9am Gaming loves to use their aggressive pushes. Like, they got the pop there, they got momentum, and then they cleared away even more players and just easily being able to clear through that first checkpoint, giving them that huge advantage straight on into the start of this game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they weren't able to find the jump across the map, because that would have given them some instant bonus points there against... I was about to call them Never Back Down, against Popo, but, you know, Popo's not giving up here. They not clearing out the bubble, which is an interesting choice there. Yeah, I was going to say, you always want to try and clear out those bubbles. They're just kind of a hindrance if you leave them up, and potential jump factor for them. The Re-Slider not managing to find any shots, but Work is able to clean up 2 players from it, though.
Why have a Reef Slider when you have a Julie's?
I guess that's what they say, right? Unfortunately, that Rainmaker going down when that Crab popped is such a perfect position. But will Jeremy be able to find the check? And no, they're not able to.
No, Polly was just sitting right behind them, ready to take them out, making sure that they couldn't go any further with that. And now 9am Gaming, they are looking at pushing on through. Tiger here with the roller, just making sure that no one is secretly climbing over there. They see that restarter, avoiding that to save their life, but they cannot outrange a splatter shot aiming right down at them.
No, and with 3 players down from that Zuka, from Jeremy, it looks like, oh my god, Afro! That wall is causing them trouble. They need to keep looking behind them. What is going on, Popo?
Watch your 6 and make sure, you know, you don't have any members of 9am Gaming ready to splat you as soon as you consider touching that bridge, making sure that they cannot even go any further. Jeremy then getting that splat there, but can they send away the rest of the members? 2
Yeah, this is a great pinch. But they need to find Tiger, and they do, and they're gonna be able to finally get this check that they've been pushing like numerous times for. That was a really great flank from Jeremy on the side there. You know, it caused the diversion for them. 9am Gaming finding the connect there, and a wipeout as well. Whew.
Certainly the position they want to be in now. Tiger with the roller, looking at, you know, doing what a roller does best, camping those ledges. But, you know, with so many bombs just being on all the edges here, they can't really do much there. They're put in a bit of an opposition, not really being able to help their teammates too much. But now going on the flank, puts up the bubbler. That's going to give you some free jumps maybe to some of their teammates. But it also gives them that extra little bit of cover. Tiger just watching the corners. They're on the shaft. Can they get anyone? Nearly getting that spot into Jeremy, but the second shot will get them. But with only 1 player left alive, make that 0 players left alive on the side of 9am Gaming. Popo now sitting in a tremendous position.
Yeah, Popo's looking really, really strong here. They've got to push to 36. They're, you know, able to work their way through all these corners. And they kind of know about the roller being around too. They've worked out they need to keep an eye out. They need to check the flanks. They need to throw bombs.
Not watching out enough, though, as they get taken out right there. And the Trizuka takes out another member. And 9am Gaming, once again, set to 3 players and just having to respawn. And as Polly opts to jump on out, getting put in between a rock and a hard place. And now, with only 40 seconds left onto the clock, 9am Gaming, they're put on the back foot here. Crab just making sure that they can't even touch the Rainmaker right now.
Yeah, look, Popo wants to get into this grand final, and they're trying to take it as fast and hard as they can with Work throwing in their re-slider down that corner and kind of distracting the players as well. As you do as a Tetris, you're a skirmisher. You kind of dilly-dally around. Polly's clearing away, though, here. They need to start getting this push on. They've only got 10 seconds left, and the Crab's popping out, and Polly goes down. They've only got 3 members alive. A is coming around in the corner there, taking another player. Tiger's picking
No!
out of desperation, but there's no ink for them to run in, and they're just in the bubble.
They tried
and
to
looks like
pop
Popo will be taking this.
Like you saw, they tried to pop the bubble at the end of that and like pick up the Rainmaker, so they had like they popped the bubble and then they had the Rainmaker, but unfortunately they popped that Rainmaker right under the grates, and that just made that bubble so incredibly small it was almost redundant for what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, the thing with bubble, if you're like hanging on the edge of that bubble, if they just throw a bomb at it, you're kaput. There's nothing you can do. It's an insta death. It's like when you're standing underneath a splash wall and then someone throws a bomb at you. It's game over. And unfortunately for 9am Gaming, that'll be the end of their run.
It will be indeed. But next up, we've got the grand finals, a rematch between Popo and Never Back Down, Never Give Up. And we will get that set up for you right now. But in the meantime, you can listen to these tunes just a little bit louder as we get that set up. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned.
welcome to the grand finals of Blue Ring Rumble number 7. I'm DJM and I'm joined with Amy. It's time for Popo against Never Back Down, Never what? Let's see what
Never give
happens.
up! Yeah, I'm excited for these two teams to come head to head here tonight. I know a few of the players here and I'm excited. Have we had
You need to finish your sentence.
the teams? Okay. The maps for our grand finals will be Clan Blitz Robo, Tower Control, Chip Shape, Rainmaker, Humback, Zones, Mahi, and Clamblitz Museum to finish us off. But will we get to a game 5? We won't know until the games get started.
No, we won't. We couldn't
I'm
even
excited to see.
We couldn't even see a bracket reset if Popo manages to take it on home through this set. But to give you a little bit of a recap of what happened in round number 1 against Popo and Never Back Down, Never Back Down took the set 2-0. So Popo definitely starting on the
Maybe
back
Popo
foot
just
here.
weren't warmed up, you know?
Maybe not.
And as we go to our match here, Clamblitz on Robo, we're seeing the E-Leader Kraken come out. Kraken Cheese again, potentially coming from Never Back Down, Never What. Yeah, and the L3 from Volty again. I'm excited. This looks good. Clamblitz is just turf war, but with an objective. As I always say, it's classic at this point. P-Leader has ended the battle. Okay. We are going to work out what is going on in a second.
I have not been
after
told
a false start there. My question is D1 Tiger was on?
Oh, maybe it was wrong teams.
Yes, oh. D1 Tiger. Well, I thought Tiger was on 9am Gaming. So, am I silly?
I am not sure. I am asking Tio.
Can we get a bracket check here?
I need to actually check something real quick.
Yeah, 9am Gaming had Tiger, so... Well, while we wait here, what's our favorite map and mode? Mine is Inkblot Tower, because I just want to annoy DJ Boomer.
Mine is Mako Clams.
Mako Clams? You're kidding. You're joking right now.
I'm not joking right now.
You're throwing. Mako Clams is so boring.
I think Tower Inkblot is so boring.
Tower Inkblot is so boring. I'm DJ Jam and I never change my toothbrush. Ooh. Alright, and it looks like we will be back on Clamblitz Robo Room in a moment here. Scorched Zones? Okay, everyone in this chat has bad opinions. Scorched Zones? Can we both agree? I'm sure we can come to terms here.
Yeah, Scorched Zones, no, I can send that off to hell. I can agree. I'm sorry, I am trying to...
We're packing that one up. We're not even giving it a nice little bow and we're shipping it off.
Yeah. I am just trying to sort out some things because they've done a little bit of a naughty, and I need to as the big boomer I am, I need to put on my boomer shoes and say you've done bad, teams.
Done bad. We're disappointed. Are you disappointed in them?
I'm disappointed in everyone. It's just how much have you disappointed?
Fair enough. And as we go into...
No, I've told you. I've told them off. They're not playing a game yet.
Oh, Scorched Zone sucks. It does. It's just a terrible map and mode. It's so hard to cap the zones. You have to paint like every little minuscule of map before the map's like, yeah, sure, we'll give it to you, I guess. And then you get spawn camped. So.
And now they've killed the room. Okay, this is exactly how we like to start the kill the room.
This is why I hold the room. Clamblitz Salt Spray Rig is best. Sorry, Splatoon 1 has now been booted off the servers, so we don't talk about Salt Spray Rig ever again. Etel Zones is nice to Why is this bad opinions, chat? Come on, hello? Manta Clams?
I honestly think if you personally think that Inkblot Tower is a fun map. I understand wanting to play it competitively. I get that. I am fine with that.
It's not my favorite map. Mako Zones is my favorite map.
Then why did you lead earlier with Inkblot Tower? Get out of here.
Because I just wanted to annoy you.
Well, you certainly did that one.
That's my job as a junior. We gotta annoy the boomers. Hello? Guys, I think I'm gonna get a punishment. Oh no. My Switch is gonna get a parental lock, everyone, from DJ Jam.
Give it to me.
Oh
I
no.
will find you at PAX and I will put a parental lock on your Switch. 1 hour time
You'd
limit.
make... I'm like streaming. I'm like, oh, sorry guys, can't play Splatoon anymore.
I'll set it.
Daddy
I'll
Jam said
start
no.
It. No. Don't go with that. That name's so much worse than Boomer.
Can we get Daddy Jam in chat?
Oh no.
D stands for, right?
No, it absolutely does not.
Daddy Jam, can you please remove the parental lock off my Switch?
Mm-hmm.
It's Turf War this weekend, and I'm Team Bunny, and I really want to play. Thank you, Lily, for pinning that. Who is Daddy Jam?
What?
The guy I'm sitting next to.
Why was that pinned? I swear, if this gets into my own stream chats, it's gonna become so cursed.
Oh, I'm gonna like camp your stream chats. Jumping into the Daddy Jam server right now.
What I can jump into is this game and game number 1 of the grand finals. That is something I will push with authority as we get this grand final set start. In right now.
Okay, Boomer.
Shut it.
Let's go. Alright, we've worked out our mishaps and miswats, and we're on to Robo Clams. And I like Robo Clams. I think it's quite okay. You know, you fight for mid and then you push through, and Rizzy's already gone down and the Zookas are coming out flying, and there's one down from each team. And, you know, Popo, sorry, they've switched colors. Popo is moving up onto looking for a push. Oh gosh, I couldn't connect the words. But they need to clam economize, and Jeremy going down there. It looks like Never Back Down, Never What is not making this an easy push for them.
No, they are not. If it was easy, it wouldn't be a good game now, would it? P-Leader on the back foot here, trying to just push away any members they can. They have the... Jeremy, though, comes on in the flank, takes them on home, and now the Tri-Slosh is the only one left alive on Never Back Down, Never What, as Popo looks at getting a push on going, but the E-Leader there takes them on out.
Yeah, but even with that, you know, Popo has a really good position set up here in mid. They are being forced back a little bit, but, you know, they're finding the picks and stuff. I think Jeremy may be going in a little bit too deep, a bit too quick for their team to kind of keep up. They've got a power ball. They just need to find room into getting to that basket, which I think they may have had, but the instant crab down is very unfortunate. Work still, you know, hanging out on these rails, trying to find a spot, jumping out, unable to get the jump out. This is just a massacre happening on our screens.
Indeed, and trying to find any way on getting through. Risu gets one. Can they get another? They have the killer out at the ready, but 3 players are down now on Popo, as Never Back Down, Never What looks to maybe get some push of their own going, as Risu drops down to get a few extra clams. They have got 1 power clam, 2 power clams, and 4 specials ready to fire. Out comes the tactical.
And a third one.
And there comes the quick jump straight on in, all the way down to 40 points remaining. What a tremendous crack and cheese coming out there.
Yeah, they were able to find all 3 bulls and jump to that E-Leader who popped Kraken at the perfect moment. This is going to add a lot of pressure to Never Back Down, Never What. To Popo.
Yeah, and especially going 3 players down then, giving Never Back Down, Never What a lot of control over mid there. Now, Popo still not in a tremendous position right now, as Risu picks up that power clam. Jeremy looking on forward to push a bit further, looking to take care of some of the members. Sees one, but they cannot get the assist, but it's a 2v2 on the field right now as A dances under the enemy's plat.
Yeah, they do. I don't think they knew that they were there, and so A's able to kind of freely try and look for a shot there, unable to find the connecting the connecting shots they need with P leader moving on up, and we might be seeing another Kraken cheese in our shots, and that never fails to amaze me. P leader just can lock on at the weirdest times to people and hit the shots that you just aren't expecting.
Yeah, just getting some of these picks is just absolutely insane, along with just the added passive buff of that the A-leader line of sight, that just that danger it provides. Like, even if you just don't fire shots, it can still provide so much aggression and so much you know, I forgot the word.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Thank you.
What's the word?
I don't know, you'll have to play Wordle to find that one out. But Proto here comes on out. They aren't able to connect the splats there as Work tries to make something happen. They get taken on out, and then two players are down on the side of Popo. Never back down, never what. Looking at making yet another push. Popo has yet to make any form of push in this entire game, and they've only got 35 seconds left to do so.
They do have a power clam, which is great for them. They probably still have their pity lying back underneath the basket. But they have two players down. It isn't looking good. They have a couple of specials. You know, they could be resliding in. We just need to see it. But, you know, never back down, never what. It's been all over this map this evening. Sorry. You know, finding the shots, finding the area to go through. And Jeremy is just locked on every single time I see him.
Is that another Kraken? No, the Kraken that's taken off.
Is that a squid bag I'm seeing?
Assad! Okay. Here we are in
close to the edge there.
Out comes the tactical lab, but never back down, never what. They are guarding the ramp like nothing else matters. Volty comes on in. The basket is broken. That's going to extend overtime by a bit, but can they bring forth the clams? Can they get overtime? Can they get something else going with the power clam? Misses. The basket closes. And never back down, never what takes game number 1 of the grand finals.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate they weren't able to just get that second power clam in. They were very close, but never back down, never what had it lock and key underneath that basket, and they weren't giving it up for anyone.
No, they weren't. And really something to note on that is how Popo, their only push was in overtime. Like, that really shows how much pressure, never back down, never what, just how much pressure, how much aggression, how much control they had throughout the entire duration of that match.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, like, just the E-leader were able to getting the shots off that they needed. Proto being kind of in the wings and always wrapping around up behind them. And Jeremy was just always, like, diving forward, which is great. They were able to get shots, but I think it kind of left, like, I think if they had their Tetras by with them, they could have maybe, like, synergized a bit more, potentially, or, like, the Tetras could create a distraction, and then Jeremy could go in and sweep up, and then A provides the cooler, Work goes in with the Tetras, and then Jeremy follows up, like, would have been potentially maybe a nicer flow of game for them. They might have just been able to maximize a bit more, because then the Tetras could jump back in after the cooler and yada yada, something feeding, you know. It's, yeah, just unfortunate. But I'm excited to see what you know, Ship-Shape Tower will provide for Popo. I think they were better on the tower zone games, if I recall correctly, from what we saw of them against 9am Gaming, but I don't know if that's just because 9am Gaming weren't as good at those kind of, like, slower kind of paced games. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, as far as we've seen, both of these teams have one tower control, but we'll see how they actually manage to do it when they actually go head to head. Asan here on the tri-slasher, looking at getting a very early tactical as the enemy's tactical resident goes on down and makes that a second splat as well. And that's going to really allow Never Back Down, Never What to keep on pushing that objective. Keep the tower ongoing. In fact, why not just destroy the enemy's tactical while you're at it with the tower as they look at clearing the first checkpoint. Give it the squish.
Yeah, and Work's coming up here for the wrap behind them. I don't think the P leader's seen them yet, but they have now, and their teammates are reacting to give them some defense. Well, the leader can just continue to look forward and try and get some shots off on A there. That means they will not be getting another tactical for a while here. Never back down, never give up. Abling to get another check on there onto their final check, and all they need to do is just dance around this tower for a bit longer and the win will be theirs. And Jeremy is trying, and they managed to knock him out and successfully wipe and pause that almost KO in one push from Never Back Down, Never What. And this will be an interesting game for Popo going forward here.
Yes,
Did you think?
Saving it so close to the edge, like, you know, 2 points remaining. Now Popo pretty much has to KO the tower if they want to take home this second game. A, looking at pushing forward a bit more, trying to move away the members of Never Back Down, Never What, just dancing around here, trying to do some splats, looking at maybe pushing away P-Leader as if they're now having to just drop down. They stay alive, but barely, as they just are dancing on. Can Popo clear through the first checkpoint? Work hops on to take over Volti's drop, and that is going to be the first checkpoint cleared, but can they continue the push?
Yeah, that crab was a really good, like it came at just the right moment for them to keep the pushing. Otherwise, you know, he would have just been stormed by the other members of Never Back Down, Never What. But with Proto back up and Zuko online, he's pushing it out and trying to move Popo out of that area and stop their push. It's good that they have that first check cleared. You know, it'll be an easier run for the next push and so on and so forth. But Never Back Down, Never What is kind of just sweeping up wherever they can here. Yes. I think, though, Popo have really identified they need to get the E-leader kind of out of the way as well, because they're just flicking shots and, you know, taking down the cooler when they really need it.
Yeah, like, it's great to have that checkpoint cleared and make it easier for yourself next time, but it's not going to do much if there never is a next time. We're going to have to see if Popo manages to do that as the Ram takes them on out. A bit of a deadly pit there. Maybe that's a new Piranha pit over there as P-Leader aims their E-Leader, just putting that constant aggression that the E-Leader provides. As Popo looking to maybe try to continue on the push. There we go. They're getting that lead even further. There comes the crab. That's going to make P-Leader have to rethink of where they're going to sit, where they're going to do, as another Reef Starter comes on out. Gosh. But they get taken on out. And now P-Leader is the only one left alive, but no one's on the tower to clear through that checkpoint.
Yeah. They kind of all were expecting someone to get off the tower, and the Zuka shots flying through.
Can they clear the checkpoint? Yes,
oh my goodness.
They barely cleared the checkpoint, but Volti, only one left alive, and a crab does not have much in the way of a speedy back out. They're going to get sent on back onto the spawn pad now as Asan pops out another tactical. That's going to give Never Back Down, Never What the mentality to be so aggressive onto the opponents, and that instant respawn for Asan as Jeremy takes them on out.
Yeah, Jeremy's, again, as chat's been saying, locked in and loaded, ready to take on whichever opponent. Trying to give us work a little bit of an assist there with Asan. That leader is in a scary position, managing to hold off a little bit further. Kraken's coming out, and they're probably going to be setting up to push again, and we do see it providing a little bit of coverage for their teammates, getting the shots off, but having to ultimately retreat because they've got no frontliners in front of them. Can't do much as an E-leader, especially now that they've switched onto vanilla E-leader. They've only got the wave breaker to try and give them a little bit of extra mileage. Whoa, working. I don't know who's down there. Was it Proto? A run? I don't know. Asan, sorry.
But Popo,
but we're coming down to the last 2 seconds.
They're going to get into overtime, but they need to stay on the tower to maintain engine control. Keep the push on going. They don't have any checkpoints to clear, but they need to get it going. But the Tri-Slosher jumping, getting the lobs, getting that pick, and making sure that that tower is theirs. And there is no overtime victory for you as they take game number 2.
Yeah, Popo's going to be looking in for a reverse sweep if they have any chance for resetting the bracket here. It's looking really good for Never Back Down, Never What. Their shots have been clean. I think their pushes have been insane. Like, they're just on the top of their game this week. I mean, from last week to this week, it's just absolutely flipped, I feel like.
Yeah, like, you know, never back down, never what. Last week, you know, they were struggling a little bit to get the games, to get their pushes going. And now this week, here they are. 2-0 in the grand finals on the winner's side of things, of all things. So if they win it, they win the tournament. Even if Popo gets the reverse sweep here, they've still got to win a whole nother set if they want to take home the tournament, which, you know, it's not an easy thing to do, to win almost 6 consecutive games.
But never say never, right? You can never say never. I feel like, you know, Popo could get their bite, could get their fight, you know? I'm keen to see it. I want to see it. They can do it.
They can do it, but they're going to have to do and get that started on Rainmaker Humpback Pump Track, one of the most aggressive Rainmaker maps in the entire series of Splatoon.
I would argue the best Tri-Slosher map as well.
Absolutely.
All the humps, all the bumps, and we've seen Tri-Slosher players from both sides here, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see their picks. We'll see the E-Leader maybe switch to a shorter range sniper, so they have a little bit more Tri-Slosher. Did I say Tri-Slosher?
Yes.
Try?
I like
Tri-Slosher.
I'm just chanting it because I'm
You're barking for it?
absolutely, I am.
Let me hear your bark.
I'm not barking.
Bark for it. Bark for
You
it.
can call me many names. You're not calling me another one. I'm not adding anything else to that list.
This is so sad. Really wanted to hear the DJ.
Nah,
One day, guys. One day.
Not this time.
We'll get there one day. No, I think it'll be good. I think I'm excited to see. I think P-Leader may switch to like Firefin or maybe Splatterscope or something like that. I don't know. Is E-Leader better or is it worse? Do you have any insight on that one?
I guess Rainmaker, it's probably its weakest mode because the objective moves so quickly and so fast. But you know, there's still obviously a lot of opportunity, and you know, if you know how to use it, you can make any weapon work on any map. But they decide to opt to bring in the vanilla Splatterscope here.
Yeah.
That's gonna provide that ink.
And the sploosh as well. Oh gosh, I'm excited for that comp. Works changed from Tetras to the Splat Dualies, bringing out that crab. They've got a lot of powerful specials here. What is interesting about Popo is they actually don't have a backline from what they've been playing. They've all like frontline, pretty aggressive, you know, Works trying to get the kill here, unable to find it. And P-Leader is going to be zooming onto this check with no qualms, worries, or concerns.
But you know, why have a backline when you have a Zuko and a crab? As Pat saying that, Asan pushing that Rainmaker all the way up to 24, but they're going to be able to keep that aggression as A is the only one member left alive, but that gets turned straight back on his tables as P-Leader goes the only one left alive, and Drisu is going to have that stealth jump there. Luckily going to be able to stay alive. They're going to be off in that corner. Are they going to be able to find anything? Oh wait, are they going to pick up the Rainmaker? Are they going to be able to get it? They get it, but no, they stopped just shy of the goal, but all the way down to 5.
That back, because that was insane. That you know, Popo kind of glazed over the fact that Rizu had sneak jumped in, painting the area, but getting off that killing bomb. Unfortunately, not checking their map to see them pick up the Rainmaker until it was all too late and they dropped all into mid. Thank goodness they had a Zuka.
Indeed. Never back down, never what. Now sitting at a very good position. They only have to defend to solidify their win in this tournament. But Popo isn't going to let that happen without a fight left in their souls.
No, but they are going re-engaging in the push here. Proto picking up, Tactical are out. You know, they're down one member on Popo's team right now. They've just got to get through this bend. They have the hammer online. We might be seeing, the hammer goes down, unfortunately, from the sploosh there in the back. And Hassan's just going to be providing a little bit of back coverage here, throwing over this disease, defending the Rainmaker where they can. Couldn't get those shots to collide there on that rail, unfortunately.
No, the shots did not connect as the Rainmaker holder gets sent on back. But Hassan just doing what a tri-slosher, what a slosher in general does best in trying to get over those ledges. But a tri-slosher is not going to have enough range to really be able to capitalize on that. As two Zukas come on out and P-Leader gets sent on home by Jeremy. Has never backed down, never what. They're looking at sending another push on in.
Hassan's doing some strange things here in this this lobby, I will say that. I'd really like to kind of see, I feel like Hassan had a couple of opportunities there. They could take kind of that left-sided flank, and I think that would provide some really good kind of coverage for smushing the two players together. But
Risu,
oh my god,
again!
Risu!
Like,
they're doing this sploosh thing, the classic sploosh.
Like, you're kind of seeing here the advantage of having a backline or an anchor person is that no one is really there to see. But Risu, again, they're going for the Rainmaker bomb. They pick it up. Can they get the KO? No, they get it all the way down to 1. They are having fun with that Rainmaker there. As, you know, Popo, they want to reset it, but never back down, never what, providing constant aggression, constant players with that Rainmaker as Popo finally clears the first checkpoint.
Yeah, that was a great crab coming out. Now they've got Tacticaler online. They've got the Zuka to follow up. They just need someone to pick it up. The Zook comes out. Can they find the shots they need? They need to get kind of disperse this backline that's going on for them as much as they can. Rizu out with the hammer. They're still managing to hold on to this Rainmaker though, but the splatter shot finding that pick they were looking for.
Yeah, getting that sent on back as two players go down on the side of Popo, and one of the last members sent on back as I was thinking they were trying to KO. They're just holding it. But if they go that far back, that Rainmaker's going to tick fast, even quick. That's going to be less than 30 seconds.
This could be dangerous for them. Nah, they drop it. They just wanted to show off.
I'm like, interesting move there.
This could be to their detriment. I mean, they are playing with fire, I think, a little bit with that move. Maybe a little bit of bad sportsmanship. We'll leave that up for the TOs to decide.
But that is going to be enough, and the Rainmaker is going to reset, and that is going to be the tournament going to never back down. Never what?
Never give up! Woo!
Well,
let's go!
Okay, let's.
Congratulations.
I guess if we get a DC, that's probably the best spot to DC.
Yeah. GG's. I mean, never back down, never what. Absolutely stormed through the top of this double Elam Blue Ring Rumble. Shout out to P-Leader. Know them, Aki. Good job. Good shots. Bad sportsmanship. I'm not going to condone that. That was bad sportsmanship.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to just take a reminder. It's not good to squid bag in the games.
No,
not very fun.
Naughty.
Not great to your other opponents.
Oh, if you do that,
even though you won, it's not an opportunity. Daddy Jam's giving some orders here.
I know, I am.
But no, on a serious note, it isn't good sportsmanship, and grow up. But congratulations on winning the tournament.
That is a win. That is definitely a win, and you know, congratulations on making it all the way through, getting through, staying in the winners half of the entire thing, and then taking the grand finals 3-0. Congratulations to you all.
Whoop, whoop.
But that is, you know, that's the tournament. That's also where we're gonna be ending it off today.
Yeah, thank you so much everyone for hanging out, watching Blue Ring Rumble. Don't forget, you can also sign up for Blue Ring Rumble. It is on every 2 weeks. Same time, same place. You can find us probably commentating it again in 2 weeks. Smile. Yeah. Where can we find you, Daddy Jam?
Not at that handle, you won't. You can find me at DJam98 here on Twitch, or at DJam987 on X and Twitter. And Amy, where can the lovely people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter as well, at AmyPsycha_, and AmyPsycha here on Twitch. I haven't been streaming often, but I do often stream. I'm your resident junior fan here. Yeah. But don't forget to sign up. Sign up. Everyone play comp. Do it.
Get
Don't
more
squid
people.
bag in
Make
game.
it more than a 4-person double elimination bracket.
Yeah. Next week, I want to see 16 teams. I want to be commentating for 4 hours. 16 teams. I give it up to you.
You can do solo comps for 4 hours. I'm not doing so. My voice would be
No.
dead.
No. Daddy Jam,
my...
we've got it together.
I need to sit on my rocking chair if I need to do a set for that long, and I'm not doing commentating.
You need a piece of wheat in your mouth.
I don't know if that would help. I don't know if that would help recover my voice, but what definitely will recover my voice is a lovely sleep tonight. Thanks everyone for coming along. We'll catch you again in 2 weeks.
Shout out to our TOs. Thank you, Lily.
And
Lily and Alice, thank you so much.
And
we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and enjoy the World Championships tomorrow.
Woo! Go Greasy Goblins!
I know.
Woo!
Although I'd be very much interested to see how they fare going on in there if they manage to get that first set against the chicken team name. I forgot the whole name.
Fried chicken noodles.
No, something.
Taiwan?
Against
Taiwan.
Let's go. They'll be going against Phantom Thief, which will be a very tough set for them, but I'm wishing them best of luck all the way down.
Greasy does better in the ranked style modes. Turf War was just warm-ups. We know Greasy's going to come back and hit hard.
We'll see that tomorrow, but for now, have a good night, everyone. We're off.
Bye-bye.